Welcome to week 3 of Football Chaos, where we discuss my picks for week 3. But before we do, let's jump back and look back at week 2. I won 11-5 for the second week in a row, bringing my total up to 22-10. Not too bad. I'm staying consistent. Hopefully this week I can do a little better. The 5 games that I did get wrong, however, I had the Chargers beating the Eagles, the Cowboys beating the Chiefs, the Colts beating the Dolphins, the Lions beating the Cardinals, and the Niners beating the Seahawks. I'm okay with losing a few of those games. The Niners-Seahawks game was really tough. The Eagle-Charger game was really close. Cowboy game kind of disappointed me, but it's okay. Can't be perfect. Now let's look at my week 2 wows. My first wow goes to the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers threw for 480 yards, tied a team record, and they got a 100-yard rusher in James Starks. Congratulations to those two. Next, Mario Williams also set a team record with 4.5 sacks in a game and set the Buffalo record. Congratulations to Mario Williams. And then there is Eddie Royal, who had 3 touchdowns this week, led the receivers in touchdowns in the league, and set his own career game high. Congratulations to Eddie Royal, who actually has 5 touchdowns already this season. He's off to a great start. Alright, let's move on to week 3 picks. Thursday's game, Chiefs versus the Eagles. I actually have the Chiefs beating the Eagles here. I think that the Eagles are going to start just getting slower and weaker. They're going to drain themselves out as the season progresses. And the Chiefs have actually looked really good. It'll be nice to see Coach Reed head back to Philadelphia and play a game. It's going to be a lot of emotions in that game. Alright, now Sunday, we have the Texans versus the Ravens. I do have the Texans winning this game. I haven't been overly impressed with the Ravens yet. They had a tough week 1. Their defense didn't look good. Last week, another not so impressive game. So I am going with the Texans, even though they've been a roller coaster themselves. Next, I have the Giants and the Panthers, giving the Giants their first win. I have the Giants beating the Panthers here. Sorry, Cam Newton. I think it's time for Eli to get a win this season. Then I have the Lions versus the Redskins. Unfortunately, I don't have the Redskins getting their first win this year. I have the Lions winning this game as well. I think RG3 still got to work out some kinks, and their defense just hasn't looked great either. Sorry, Redskins, got to step it up. Next, I have the Chargers beating the Titans. Chargers have looked really good, especially on offense. Hopefully they don't just give up the game like they pretty much almost did the last 2 weeks. So I am going Chargers over the Titans in this game. Saints over the Cardinals. It's kind of a no-brainer to me. Cardinals have looked a lot better. Carson Palmer's boosted up that team pretty well. But I am going Saints. I just think they are the better team. Sorry. Then I have the Patriots versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay's got a good running team, but their offensive passing just looks terrible. Not really sure what's going on with Josh Freeman. I don't know how long he's actually going to stay the starter. Patriots have kind of had their own issues with injuries, but they're starting to work out the kinks. A couple guys are starting to stand up. Their running game still needs a lot of improvement. But they get Gronk back either this week or next week, and I think that's going to help. But I am going Patriots this week. Next, Packers versus the Bengals. Should be a pretty good game. Both pretty decent teams. I think the Packers are a better team on both sides of the ball at this point. Their defense has looked really good, and their offense looks like their offense. So I have the Packers beating the Bengals, but it should be a pretty good game. I don't think they'll have a 100-yard rusher this week, unfortunately. Next, I have the Cowboys and Rams. This is a tough pick for me. The Cowboys, I thought, should have done a lot better last week. They let me down. I'm picking them again this week. I hope they don't let me down. But the Rams are a pretty good team, so it will be a tough matchup. I just hope the Cowboys find a way to squeak it out. Then the Browns versus the Vikings. This is another tough game for me to pick. The Browns just got rid of Trent Richardson. The Vikings don't have a really good pass offense. But I am picking the Browns. I'm hoping the Browns figure it out. Their defense, I think, is a lot better than the Vikings, and I hope they win. It's going to be an ugly game and probably be my toilet bowl of the week. I actually am. Toilet bowl of the week. Claiming it. Right here. Browns versus the Vikings. Especially with Richardson gone. Alright. Now we have the Falcons versus the Dolphins. It's going to be a good game. The Dolphins have been pretty impressive this year so far. They got a good defense. I am going to go with Falcons. They have a lot of weapons. Hopefully Steven Jackson's healthy and able to come back. I think it wasn't as serious as they thought initially, so I think he will be playing. I haven't heard much about it though, however. Sorry for not doing my whole homework. Alright, Bills versus the Jets. EJ Manuel's looked fabulous. I think he's going to win this week as well. They squeaked by the Panthers last week. And the Jets are the Jets. They haven't looked good at all. I know it's battle of the rookie quarterbacks, but I do give this one to EJ Manuel for the Bills. Alright, we have the 49ers versus the Colts. I think the 49ers have got this game. They're going to come in with a little chip on their shoulder after last week, only scoring 3 points, and the Colts are going to be the ones that's going to get the worst of this. The Niners are going to come in, they're going to pound them and just destroy the Colts this week. Sorry, Colts. Then we have the Seahawks versus Jacksonville. This is a blowout. Don't even watch this game. If you pick the Jacksonville Jaguars, please tell me why. Seahawks looked unstoppable last week in their defense. They held the Niners to 3 points. If Jacksonville gets 3 points, I'll be amazed. But they are traveling to Jacksonville, so that could affect them. They're just going to go into those games and try to win. They've said it before. It's not about destroying your opponents when you head to the west to the east. It's about just coming out with a victory. So I do have the Seahawks winning that game, no problem. Then the Bears versus the Steelers. I think it's going to be a good game. Hopefully the Steelers can figure out their run offense, because that has been abysmal. But I do have the Bears winning this game. Sorry, Steelers. And then the Broncos versus the Raiders. Another blowout. Peyton Manning's going to have a heyday versus the Raiders and just take care of business. So those are my picks. Hopefully they go a lot better. I want to have a better record than 11-5 this week. For all you guys playing fantasy football, good luck this weekend. Hopefully your teams prevail and come out with a W, unlike mine last week. Alright, good luck, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.